I'm Ben Noble, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of Riceland Foods, but I'm also the son of Buddy Noble and the brother of Andy Noble, who own and manage Noble Farms. As we discuss the state of the farm economy today, my story unfortunately mirrors what is happening across the countryside in rural America. Due to high input cost and lack of profitability over a multi-year period and the low probability for profitable returns this year, my family is pulling the ripcord. 2025 will be the first year since 1890, that's 135 years, that a Noble has not actively farmed in East Arkansas.
Hi, I'm Kevin McGilton, President and CEO at Riceland Foods. We're in the spring of 2025, which means planting season is getting underway, which means our farmer members have done the hard work over the winter to look at their balance sheets, go to their banker and get that credit for this upcoming year. Unfortunately, we've heard some very sad news that many of our neighbors, farmer members, won't be farming again in 2025. And that's the direct result of where we are in the ag economy today. Multiple years of high input cost and now low commodity prices, unfortunately, are bringing some to a point to where farming in 2025 is just not an option.
We had one of the hardest business decision conversations my family's had. Is farming really worth it? What scares me is I know that we're only one farm family of thousands are having these same conversations. We need assurance for not only the current generation of farmers, but for the next. My son, he gave up baseball when he was in the 9th grade because he didn't want to miss spring planting season. Farming is all he has ever wanted to do, and I want to see to it that he's able to follow his dream.
We here at Riceland Foods obviously know our farmer members are struggling. So we want to make sure that they understand we're here to support them in as many ways as we possibly can. Yes, we're here for our core mission, to service our members at a very high level by receiving their crops, marketing their crops, and returning as much revenue as possible back to our members.
As lenders and farmers across the Mid-South face tough decisions with the prospect of low commodity prices, high input cost, and extreme uncertainty and volatility. This situation has profound and far-reaching effects across the economy and the livelihood of rural America. Financial institutions work diligently and creatively to keep farmers on the farm this growing season, but a shadow of uncertainty remains across the entire system. Planting decisions and seed purchases are often made months before now. As final assessments are made, productive farmland will likely remain fallow this year due to some farmers' inability to attain financing. Ultimately, this could reduce the production of rice, soybeans, corn, and possibly other commodities in our growing region. Businesses like ours are struggling to plan accordingly to receive and process this year's crop. Our company has 4 milling locations across Arkansas and Missouri. We also have 24 drying locations across the same footprint. In small rural towns like Stuttgart, Hazen, Poplar Bluff, New Madrid, Wheatley, and many, many more, Riceland Foods is the largest employer and the main driver of the local economy. When our farmers suffer, we suffer. Ultimately, this impacts the entire region. It's not overstating to say that if Riceland Foods doesn't operate in many of these small towns, the towns no longer exist.
If we were to lose a significant portion of agricultural production in Arkansas and Missouri, both of the states would be impacted dramatically, and definitely local communities would be impacted dramatically. You know, when you drive around rural Arkansas or rural Missouri, in a lot of these small towns, places like Riceland, sometimes we're the leading employer in a lot of these small towns. And if production agriculture went away and the businesses that are associated with agriculture go away, then you create economic deserts in a lot of these rural areas. So keeping production agriculture alive and healthy and viable means that the associated industries that support agriculture, that sell those inputs, that take those commodities and turn them into a finished good, it keeps all of that activity healthy and growing. So production agriculture is critical for all of these industries that support these rural economies.
We must take serious and substantial action that results in updated reference prices that secure a strong safety net for rice farmers. This means a substantial increase in the PLC reference price and the assurance that payment limitations are increased to reflect modern-day farming. These enhancements must be effective for the 2025 crop year. Securing a strong safety net for our growing members also provides stability for both farmer-owned cooperatives and private mills.
Unfortunately, the price loss coverage program, the chief safety net for rice, is out of date for our producers. Rice farmers must have an adequate PLC reference price, one that reflects the realities of the financial pressures that we face. I know you are working to pass a new farm bill, and I would encourage you to ensure the improved farm safety net is effective for the 2025 crop year. Congress must act to stabilize this fragile situation to protect our food supply, shore up domestic production, and ultimately secure our national security through food security. Unless things change drastically without a relevant safety net, farm families will have no choice but to ask for more ad hoc assistance. We cannot continue to head to the field and plant a crop and know that we will lose hundreds of dollars per acre. Frankly, it's scary when all you see is red ink. Farmers, local businesses, and our entire communities are at risk. If rural towns see population decreasing, our schools and hospitals may not have enough people to sustain them. We have all heard the saying, hope is not a strategy. Today, I urge you to deliver a new farm bill so we no longer have to hope, but rather we know that we can continue to farm and enjoy what we do, provide food for our fellow man.
Some of the other ways that we support our members is through our government affairs team. Obviously, we know that U.S. farming today and U.S. government policy are critical to the success. We must have a 5-year farm bill that reflects the realities of today. We need reference prices moved higher, significantly higher, to cover the production cost of rice and soybeans and other commodities. So there's a lot going on in the world today. And we want our farmer members to know that Riceland Foods is here and we're advocating on your behalf in Washington and in the local small towns where we serve you, our farmer members.